Okay, so I don't know what happened to the last stream. It just like cut off out of nowhere. Like I went back in it and it was still like recording and loading, and there was like I don't know, it just cut off out of nowhere. Long story short. And that right there was just completely creepy. Just a long story short. It was very creepy. Um it's happened before, diversely though. But yeah, um I was going somewhere with it, and then these idiots or whatever who is still watching. Yeah, so my whole feed just like logged out. These guys, man, just logged me totally out. That's like 2 hours worth of content right there. Don't know what happened to it. Don't know what's gonna happen to it. Just logged me totally out of my computer mid conversation. Got some haters, whoever was listening, that didn't like that. That was able to lock me out of, not lock me out. The devil is a liar, but to log me out of my own podcast and out of my computer at the same time. That was that was a mistake. Let's put it like that. Shouldn't have done that. It wasn't a wise decision. Send the blood of Yahusha to whoever you are, and in the name of Yahusha, you gonna answer for that. I guarantee it, cause this stuff is weird, man. But I'm telling you, um, this stuff is real, man. It is real, and whether people like it, believe it or not, that's totally irrelevant. Like, I mean, it doesn't stop what's going on from going on. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with empowering your people. There's nothing wrong with telling the truth and exposing evil stuff and lies. Do it. You're supposed to do that. That's why we're, you know what I'm saying? That's our purpose, man. When evil men are in power, the people mourn and they're oppressed, you know what I'm saying? But when right people that love righteousness and doing right, you know what I'm saying, and speaking right, when we're in power, then the people rejoice. Don't you want your people to rejoice? The people who don't want to rejoice, that's on them. You're just missing out. Like y'all just suck like that. But those who like to rejoice and love family and unity, stand up for what's right, man. You know what I'm saying? And keep doing it. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do it or you're not allowed to do it. Or, well, they're gonna kill you if you get it. If you do it, that doesn't mean that they're gonna kill you. Yah's the one who's in control, not them. They ain't never been in control. They like to think that they are, and he's let them think that they are. That's part of them being given up to their own deception and being blind. Like they don't see that they're not in control. And then that they've never been in control. They just don't see that. But that again, you know what I'm saying, that's they'll come to that brutal reality of life at one point in time where they'll be like, oh, I'm not in control. And y'all's gonna be like, yeah, no, you've never been in control. You ain't know. I thought you knew. You thought, oh, got him. Ah, what are those? Those are those guys. For real, man. Like you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to encourage our people. That's love in that. You know what I'm saying? I agree with sister. You know what I'm saying? The sister I was talking to earlier. Like, if you're not empowering your people, then what are you here for? My thought process now is like, what is the purpose of your existence right now? And I would straight pray about that. Like, yeah, why are you still permitting them to exist right now? And sometimes I hear that the same reason why I'm letting you know what I'm saying, permitting you to exist. I'm like, okay, that's fair. You know what I'm saying? Because if you knew the things that I've done, man, growing up and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Before I knew what I know now, and I know that I know that I know that it's true. because I mean it's echoes, it has echoed, excuse me, and it's still echoing in everything. You know what I'm saying? Like reverberating and pulsating, like it's the it's really here. You know what I'm saying? And it goes so much more deeper. It goes so much more deeper. But I can't really talk to people who don't have. If you're closed minded, like it's not gonna go anywhere. That's what's boring. You know what I'm saying? Like why won't you just like let it happen? So like you can have some peace, you can have some joy, man. You can experience something that it's beyond your own explanation of how did that even just happen right now. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see his wonders, like you can see it too. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make me any greater than anybody else. Like I've heard people like, man, you got such a good relationship with y'all, but it's like, yeah, but if only you knew what I was like. I fought against y'all, man. Again, I'm talking about I gotta be nice to people who freaking hate me for just existing. I don't. You think that? Do you think that just? Oh, hi, I love you just because you hate me, like, bro. That's not an easy task. That takes you out of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And to be willing to challenge yourself in ways that you don't want to be challenged anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not a comfortable type of situation. So it's a process. You know what I'm saying? And fortunately, we learn patience through suffering. You know what I'm saying? When things don't go our way, sometimes you're forced to learn patience, which is how we grow. So you can only imagine how certain people are gonna be like come to that reality is it's gonna you're gonna have to experience extreme amounts of pain where it's like, bro, you could have avoided all that just to let you know that. But I mean, if you're not gonna hear it from us, then who are you gonna hear from? You know what I'm saying? We're our duty is to speak what the Most High says, and as His messengers, you know what I'm saying, which is what the word angel means. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be able to do it boldly because it's like we can do everything else boldly. Shoot somebody, you know what I'm saying, and kill them boldly. You ain't got no problem doing that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a problem when you say, thank you, y'all, for not killing me like I, you know what I'm saying, thought about killing that person or killed that person. I'm still alive to talk about your goodness. Like, you're welcome. There's people who don't have any legs. There's people with one leg. There's people with one arm, you know what I'm saying, or one hand or no hands. Like there's a lot of people with blood diseases such as sickle cell anemia. Thank you, Father. I'm like, it's been a whole week, but at least it came back. Shoot. Because I was wondering about that. I knew it was there, but man, anyway, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have that. And you crying and complaining about what? There's been times I ain't had no money to pay these bills, man. I didn't know how I was gonna feed my children. You know what I'm saying? We got to the point where we had one loaf of bread in the entire house for us to eat for all four of us. One loaf of bread. But it's so hard not to believe that y'all say, you know what I'm saying, you'll never go hungry again. Oh, that's so far fetched. No, it's not. But when you in hopefully you don't have to go through that type of situation. But if you ever enter that situation, you'll know what it feels like. You'll know what it means. You'll remember moments like this. You know what I'm saying? There's people with stories greater than mine. You know what I'm saying? I know the things that I've done, both good and evil. And I've done a lot of evil things. You know what I'm saying? Things I've regretted, things I was ashamed of, things that I was like, man, y'all just killed me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even worthy of even speaking your name, let alone sitting there trying to send a message out to a whole bunch of other people. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why would you ask me to do it? You could have asked anybody else. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like humiliation has come out of this, you know what I'm saying? Like being hated and despised. But those are when you read the Bible, those are the signs that he talks about that literally the evidence that shows that you're his children and that you're following his ways. You know what I'm saying? That's a signification that when they hate you for my name's sake, that's a that signals that you know what I'm saying that you are one of his children if they hate you for doing what he's teaching you to do. It's him teaching me. Like I didn't know this stuff. I didn't even know it existed. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff I just started having encounters and dreams that I couldn't explain. Like, why is this happening? You know what I'm saying? I'm like bewildered. So it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? It was Yah. And it's like, I don't care what anybody else says. Like, I'm gonna say thank you. I'm gonna appreciate it. I'm gonna raise his name. Just because people don't like it and can't stand it, I'm gonna do it more because I love to do this. This is what I love to do. This is what brings me peace. And if I'm not working to do these things or working through these things to do this to you know what I'm saying, proclaim his name and show people you have a choice. He's giving you a choice. You don't have to slave away, you know what I'm saying, in the way that you've always learned to. You can learn to have, you know what I'm saying, work and still make money and still be at peace and enjoy your family. These nations are built off of you and your creativity. Take it away from them if you want your family. Do the total opposite of everything they're telling you to do and see what comes out of that. Like, this is life transforming things that comes with this. You know what I'm saying? You have options, you have choices that you can actually execute and you can do without asking anybody else for permission to do them, because you'll see like the common sense between what is right and what is retarded. You know what I'm saying? You'll see that, and it's like all you have to do is, you know what I'm saying, is make that choice. And when you see that, when you're confronted with that, it's gonna, I'm telling you, it opens you up in a way that you won't have words enough to express that. Like, I'm telling you, it's really like that. And if Yah himself wants that for you, why not give it a try again? Why not try it again? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Every time is not gonna be the same. So try not to go into it this time with that mindset. You know what I'm saying? People ruined your relationship with Yah because people, through their pain and their ignorance or whatever else it may have been, you know what I'm saying, led you astray. I gave you, you know what I'm saying, projected expectations that you feel like God didn't meet because it wasn't on your time or the way that you wanted to do it. Sometimes God withholds things from us because it's not that time for it, or to keep us safe, or to protect us from ourselves, as a loving parent would do. You're not going to tell a child to go in there and go cook you a whole bacon meal over the stove at 2 years old. He doesn't even know how to do it, let alone prepare the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't make any common, reasonable, logical sense, whatever people want to call it, to send your child to the stove to do that at 2 years old anyway. 2 year olds are very curious. They're going to touch everything. You don't think they would touch all that? Come on, man. They'd probably eat the bacon raw if they had a chance. It's a 2 year old. 2 year olds eat everything. They'll eat soap if you had it around. Like, they like them. You know what I'm saying? Those that like, it's real life, man. This is the gospel. You know what I'm saying? It's real life. It's not some fictitious fantasy. You know what I'm saying? That people just pull out their butt out of nowhere and, oh, this is Jesus. Well, that's kind of gross. You know what I'm saying? I'd question all that, obviously, with that whole process. But it's people and wicked spirits that perverted what he had said, rewrote stuff, added stuff to it, and took stuff away because they wanted to hide it from us. Like, why would you want to hide something that good or keep it to yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, something that good, everything. I'm telling everybody about Yahusha flat out. Give me your mama's number. I'm gonna call her too. I'm gonna tell her too. You know what I'm saying? Why you want to fake that you believe in him just to fit in? If you don't believe in him, just say you don't believe in him. You know what I'm saying? That's the first part to recovery, is admitting that you have a problem. You know what I'm saying? We need a savior. We need him. He designed everything. All things were created by him, for him. So what's the harm in him? Be like, yeah, we messed everything up. We need your grace. We need your help. We need you to show us. How are we supposed to live? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? What's good for us to intake in our bodies and our thoughts, in our companies, you know what I'm saying, in our work? Like, what work do you have for us to do? Because the only work he gave Adam and Eve to do was to tend to the garden. Gardening. Literally. The only work that he gave them to do was to work the earth, the garden, tend to the plants, tend to the animals, like zookeepers. And we want to do everything else that produces destruction. Do you know that working in these areas, as far as like gas and stuff like that, do you know that Saudi Arabia uses that stuff to produce nuclear weapons and weapons of mass destruction? Every time you go pay for gas, they get money off of that stuff. They wage war over oil because it's a natural resource. Same thing like Russia, same thing with China. They want those natural resources because they're running low on that type of stuff. This is why the Europeans came in and mechanized people's places and farms because they wanted the resources, the gold, the silver, the copper, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. That's why they mine that stuff, because in their mind, they're being sophisticated and creating new opportunities while fucking destroying everything in sight. That's not creative. That's not intelligent. That's retardism. That's cretinism at its best. I'm just saying, it's the truth. So who has the intelligence for real? Who's more sophisticated? Because they called us barbarians and monkeys and everything else, and we didn't know we were savages. No, y'all niggas savages. You just project that off on everybody else because you can't handle the truth of you being that. Then when the mirror's turned on you, it's a problem. You can't deal with that. You don't know how to, and you don't want to know how to. That's the problem, no matter what the color or what the nation or creed or kind. That's the problem as a mentality, as a spirit, as a state of being, as a mindset. And again, I will always say, if you're not bringing something that's going to produce change, shut the hell up. You'll save lives like that. Sit down there somewhere and be alone by yourself, because you'll save life like that. Enough of the excuses, man. There's no more sitting back and being complacent and domicile about everything, man. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. You're not going to tell me I have to take my children to a school where they ain't going to learn shit anyway because you said I have to, and if I don't, you're going to threaten me with jail time? Yeah, you're an asshole. Let's see how well that works for you now. Because as far as I'm concerned, everyone else who's tried to get me in jail has failed miserably. They've called the police on me over 23 times here, over 15 times in another place. So it's like over damn near 40 times and some. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like over years. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Only 2 times. One time I went to a juvenile correction facility, Spring Creek, and the other one I went to jail. I still got a victory regardless because I was in the jail cell. We're talking about Jesus. Talk about Yahusha. People was breaking down crying because they thought they wasn't going to leave. We had a conversation about y'all getting their mind off it. Next thing you know, they call his name. This man could have went away from 2 to 5. So I knew that the experience was beyond me just going in there for a punishment. It was like the disciples went and preached to the people in prison. Paul and Peter was in prison. They was still talking about y'all in prison. The political people was telling them, you can't preach Yahusha here. Otherwise, we're gonna punish you. They got whipped, they got beat, they got stoned. You can't preach about them here. They did it anyway. You can't help but do it because when you realize the goodness of Yah, man, you can't control that. You can try, but I promise you, you'll never be able to hold it in. It's gonna come out. So just let it happen. I've had people tell me you can't worship Yahushua here, and they full-blown Christians. You can't worship him here, nigga. What? What you mean, dog? I'm gonna worship wherever I want to. Period. 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 This earth don't belong to you. It belongs to him. And if you ain't his, then it ain't yours neither. It belongs to him and his people. But until you know who you are, you will always be slaves. You'll always be dictated by other masters other than your own. And your own is not even just about being a master. He's your father, man. Yahusha said, call no man your father. He said, call no man your father. I don't even teach my children to call me father. I tell them, your father is in heaven. I am your caretaker as your daddy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's still my title. But if I don't call my own so-called dad father, why the fuck would I tell you to call me that? You know what I'm saying? I believe Yahuwah's family template is what it is. He said, who's my mother? Who's my brother? And those who do the will of my father. Your natural family, so to speak, that's not family. The people he brings to you who become family, that's your family. Spiritual family is your natural family. You know what I'm saying? You can't replace people like that. Your highs and lows, they there for you, man. Even if it's just a word or a hug, bro. I don't want your money. I don't care about your riches. I don't care about your mentality. I just want a conversation. If we can't hold a conversation, we ain't holding nothing together, period. That's how I look at relationship with women, everything. I'm not going to sit there and be with a mind that refuses to learn and grow. I love learning and growing, and I get bored easily where there's no learning and growing. I like that. I can't do that. I can no longer do that. I can't tolerate that. You see what I'm saying? That's why when I make that comment, it's not a pride or a proud thing. It's like literally, I know that you're not gonna be able to handle me, because if you got a problem with speaking about, you go talking about God again, something's wrong with you. You need healing. That right there tells you that. You know what I'm saying? You're being deprived through these other mindsets. You know what I'm saying? You're being deprived of love. You know what I'm saying? You're being deprived of your identity. You're being deprived of family, being deprived of natural resources that's supposed to be yours for free. Like, you can't get anything in this world for free. That's not true. That's the biggest lie out of everything else that they lied about. You know what I'm saying? And taught us to follow and obey lies and be comfortable. Fuck that. I'm not being comfortable being lied to. That shit hurts. It ruins things, man. Innocent children get ruined. They get turned inside out. They get polluted. They get corrupted. They get raped and murdered and pedophile and trafficked. Come on, man. We can all relate from being children. Einstein's theory of relativity, here it is. We can all relate to that. We all have a story, you know what I'm saying? We all got a testimony. Don't be ashamed of where you came from. Anybody who try to put you to shame for that, shame on them, man. You're overcome by the blood of the Lamb. Hallelujah. You'll be overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimony. You're supposed to share your story. Our scars are tell our stories. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful scar. You know what I'm saying? Don't accept me for everything that I do. Accept me that I'm a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? Accept the fact that you're not gonna find a lot of men that's like me anymore in this world. You might hear some here or there. You might actually know some here or there. But to find like 20 of us in one group, that's uncommon nowadays. But you know what I'm saying? A lot of people will look past a man like me, especially, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he's a man of God. Well, I don't want shit like that. Because people don't realize what a man or a woman of Yah actually is. What they actually sound like. You know what I'm saying? We're real people, man. We're not about to sit there and be like, oh, thou withest, knoweth it. Like, no, bro, we real life people. His disciples were fucking hot ass murderers, thieves. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. One was a prostitute. The difference was their mindset. They had enough. They was tired, sick and tired of being sick and tired. They wanted change. Though they were still doing wrong, they still had a mindset to seek after change. They still wanted more. They still seen other things out. Like, they still had love and respect for people. You know how many criminals I had love and respect from? Let me tell you something. The first time I was homeless with my babies, you know what I'm saying? It got to the point where we were sleeping in a parking garage. You know what I'm saying? We've been camping, so on and so forth. We've slept outside of schools. We've slept outside of playgrounds. You know what I'm saying? We've slept outside of churches. Real shit. The time that we stayed, I mean, we stayed in hotels, we've stayed in motels. You know what I'm saying? I spent over $1,000 in one season. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep us in a hotel. You know what I'm saying? By the grace of God, I used all my money that I worked for working in the public school to pay for hotels, to make sure that we had a roof over our head. You know what I'm saying? And motels. Before that, like I'm telling you, hotels and motels alone, I done spent over $5,000 easily. You feel me? Easily. Just to keep a roof over our head. You know what I'm saying? So before anybody get off on my case about talk about y'all all the time, you better check yourself. Because until you go through that type of stuff, you can only relate so much. You know what I'm saying? And keeping your faith the whole time, oh, it's a challenge. Don't think for an instant it's like I'm just, oh, hallelujah all the time. No, it's sometimes I really wanted to quit. Like, what the fuck is the point? I'm going 10 steps forward and 50 steps backward. Like, it seemed like you don't want me to have anything good or my family to have anything good because you keep taking it away from us. Yet these same idiots that you have families, you don't even know how to appreciate your family. Soon as money gets there, y'all whole attitude switch up. You know what I'm saying? In a heartbeat. Like you don't even know what it means to be sane or human anymore. You become monsters or animals over that shit. You'll kill somebody, you'll set them up, you'll lie on them. You know what I'm saying? For a pair of glasses. But you gonna lose, or it might get broken, might get stolen. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I've been robbed at gunpoint with an AK-47 for $5 before my oldest child was born. Then held up in the gas station trying to steal four Snickers bars just so I can have a meal in my body because I had $5 in my pocket and I didn't know when my next meal was. I wasn't about to spend $5 on a whole bunch of freaking candy bars when I could just steal them mugs. You know what I'm saying? And then be held up in the gas station while people walking up to the doors and see this adder, you know what I'm saying, in the background with a 12 gauge shotgun pointed at me, talking about I'll fucking kill you because I stole 4 candy bars. Nigga, I'm not about to give you my money when I don't know when I'm gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? So I gave him candy bars and I took 2 of my dollars, or was it 3? And I gave him that. You know what I'm saying? But I still kept something. You're not about to rob me when I tried to rob you. I need to eat. Y'all niggas own this stuff, and the money that goes from that, y'all build nuclear weapons to destroy us. The fuck do you mean? That's not what that is. That's not how it's about to go down. Period. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to not say it because there's people who feel like they got so much material wealth and backup and whatever that they can just kill you, wipe you out of existence, and just, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know how many people ran my name to dirt? I'm talking about Yahusha. Bump my name. I'm talking about something that's way greater than me. You know what I'm saying? Something when I used to hate him because it's like I'm watching these, like, you people don't appreciate y'all families. Most of y'all don't appreciate your family. You don't even know what family mean. You just slang that word around like love, like it's a trend. Like it's some, you know what I'm saying, some type of sick joke. That shit is irritating to me. You know what I'm saying? And people that have tried to steal my children, kidnap my children, you know what I'm saying, for money and take my children away and take them to a whole nother place behind my back. Meanwhile, you trying to set this sad story like I did you so wrong. Nigga, where you at? You know what I'm saying? Y'all got money. You can sit there and boast about it online and social media and come on, bro. But you can't take the time out to come visit your own people. I have left states to check on people, knowing damn well I didn't have the money to do that. Knowing I had to pay rent and I didn't pay the rent. You know what I'm saying? I skipped out on paying their bills to go check on people that's like me or can relate to me, just to make sure that you're okay. I ain't just talking to you on the phone. I ain't just gonna text me. I like human encounters. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I grew up knowing. We go visit people, bro. How are you doing? You might need a hug. You probably ain't gonna tell people all that stuff online. Like it's like, come on, man. I'm not about no, man. Like you don't know the type of stuff that some of us will do, and you hating on us for what? You don't even have the capacity. You probably don't even have the closeness to have the capacity to do the type of stuff that we do and endure everything that comes with it. They did it to Yah's prophets before us. They did it to him. And they did him worse. His own people turned on. He said, a man's enemies will be that of his own household. You better watch the people that's in your house. You better know that they belong to him. You better find out. You better ask him yourself and stop asking people. Go to the source of all of it. Go to the root of all of it, man. Some of y'all got pedophiles in y'all family. Some of y'all got rapists in y'all family. Some of y'all got molesters in y'all families. Some of y'all got incest going on in y'all family. Some of y'all got porn addicts in y'all family. Some of y'all got drug addicts and pill addicts in y'all family. Some of y'all got abusers on the in y'all family. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all got cutters in y'all family. That's real shit that we all go through, bro. This real stuff that we all go through. Don't be ashamed of talking about it. You got people right now in your family that are trying to commit suicide. You don't even know nothing about it. Because they're not going to tell you. Because they're afraid of how you're going to look at them. They tired of being looked at as an item and not appreciated, bro. This is real shit. I grew up having feelings of suicide and stuff like that because like, I didn't know what the fuck I was. Everybody giving me a label and, oh, this, you can't do this, but this, oh, poor you and this, that. It's not your fault. I don't want to hear that bullshit. You don't think I know it? It's not my fault. I'm just glad to get thankful to get out of a certain situation. But if you ain't gonna lead me to a way that's gonna give me some answers to help me out, then leave me be. Just because you want to be miserable doesn't mean I want to be miserable. We're not gonna be miserable together. It's just not gonna happen that way. Because I don't want to hear that. I get like there's other things to focus on. You know what I'm saying? There's other things that are still good in the midst of all kinds of weird shit. It's just that's horrible. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying, it's like miss me with that. But you know what I'm saying, still leveling and meeting on a common ground where it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'll level with you. You know what I'm saying? It's the point where it's like these people need to feel that human interaction, man. You don't have all these problems if people stop acting like jerks so much. Stop being a dick in that, you know what I'm saying? Look beside yourself that somebody else might actually need that human encounter, you know what I'm saying, and need to be appreciated. Because so many people are so greedy and so selfish. It's everything's about selfish. Everything's about self. But what about everyone else? You're nothing without the next person. Period. Good, bad, or indifferent. We need each other. That's all there is to it. People don't become great people in a good sense without all the bad people that was around them too. That was a part of you being a product of your environment that formed and molded and shaped you. What do you mean? This is real schooling right here. This is real true education and intelligence right here. Anyone who says it's not, you're I don't even want to like send me your name and your address. If I can come see you, I'm gonna come see you. We're gonna have some conversations. We're gonna have some tea, and we're gonna have some graham crackers. If you smoke, bring something to smoke with, because you're gonna have to dig this. And you make sure you have a shovel, because I'm gonna help you dig your own whatever you want it to be for you to sit you into it. Because you sound lost. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are lost because you have people talking about stuff that they don't even know how to. Come on, man. National Geographic. Go in the jungle with a leopard acts like that. How do you know that? From what we can see on National Geographic, it's mostly Europeans out there. Y'all niggas the ones sitting there captivating animals and putting them in animal prisons. Now, poachers of different colors are there too, so don't get it twisted. I ain't just picking on European people. I'm picking on everybody because everybody be doing this shit in some degree. That, you know what I'm saying? That do. There's poachers of all colors. Egyptians had tigers and panthers and lions as pets. And come on, man, let's get real here. You know what I'm saying? That's true life. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But y'all the ones out there on National Geographic and History Channel trying to explain everybody's background and the pyramids and history and everything else. Y'all niggas is the ones out there doing that. That's the whole truth. Y'all niggas out there doing that. Who of y'all who do that? You know what I'm saying? I met some European people who like, bro, you swear they don't come from any none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they're family members of mine. You know what I'm saying? Ariel, Sabes, Russian Blue, you know what I'm saying? Ashaya, BB, you know what I'm saying? Kian, uh uh Levine, you know what I'm saying? And there's a couple other people too. You know what I'm saying? And they're the furthest thing from that stuff. Like we think a lot alike, like real shit. We're, you know what I'm saying? And we approach each other as bro, as sis, and as family. You know what I'm saying? And we recognize that we are all that we literally have in this world. You know what I'm saying? And they're like-minded with Yah at the same time. And that's a jewel and a treasure that if you're not in that type, if you don't get or learn to grow and experience that, you'll never know what that means. I guarantee, because it's a level of thinking that is far beyond what people call normal. It's a rare. It's literally like finding a pearl in a big old field. It's that rare. You know what I'm saying? And like you do well to cherish that. You know what I'm saying? Because the reality is most of you're gonna lose everything that you know, including family members on a whole nother scale. And that's just the truth of what's already in our face. You know what I'm saying? Like there will be blood. Yah is releasing his sword, which represents his justice and his judgment in his earth. He's not gonna have it anymore. He's tired of it. He's hurting. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to feel his heart. That's what it means to carry your cross. We feel his burdens. We feel his heart of how he feels for his creation. That hurts him to see that that it's being destroyed. Like if you're giving all your effort and your time and your energy into your children, for example, you know what I'm saying? Everything else that you love to do, and then you have like thousands of people come against you and hate you for it, degrade you for it. Like after time, like you feel some type of way from that. Like, bro, all I've ever done was help you and stand up for you when you acted an ass. You was acting a complete fool, and I stood up for you and fought for you. And you mean to tell me you can't say thank you? You're that ungrateful. How about I just think you out of existence then? Because you act like you don't want to be here anyway. You talk like you don't got no common sense, and you didn't create you. My nigga, you using my stuff that I gave to you, and I can take it back at any time I want to. That's like letting somebody borrow your stuff. You gonna sit there and break my stuff? Give my stuff back, bro. Period. That's all there is to it. Give my stuff back. I didn't buy it and go through what I went through to get to that point where I was able to actually get it for nothing. For you to trample around on it and just treat it how you want to and destroy it just because you had an attitude problem that day. You're not just gonna throw my shit around just because you got an attitude. No, that's not what's happening. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're gonna do. That's not what this is. If you thought that, I'm letting you know that that's not what this is. You know what I'm saying? Then you get angry at the people who know who they are, who are learning their identity and abide in that. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem with them because they're not willing to be shaken from knowing who they are now, and they respond to that. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with my sister that I talked to, you know what I'm saying, earlier about that, because that's real life, man. Like now that I'm coming into who I am a king. I am somebody. You know what I'm saying? I am worth it. I am worth that love when that reciprocation. My children is worth that. They're young kings and young queens. You know what I'm saying? Y'all children the same, young kings and young queens, queens and kings. And if you're gonna treat me, you're gonna treat me like that, whether you want to or not. That doesn't mean buy me all this material. That's not what that means. You're gonna treat me with respect. You're gonna honor my name, whether you want to or not. You're gonna put some respect on my name, period. Because my name hold weight flat out. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to just call me whatever you want to call me. You're gonna call me what I tell you to call me as presenting who I am and my character, my spirit, you know what I'm saying, my mindset and what I stand for, or you're not gonna say anything to me, period. I'll walk past you like you don't exist. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to just disrespect me because you feel like you had a bad day. That's not how this works. Cause I can't come to you and do that to you. You gonna look at me like, nigga, what got in? No, that's not you. You about ready to fight. You about ready to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's real life though. And this whole thing when people call about sin and holiness, bro, we're holy because we're set apart. We don't fit in. We have a totally different mindset. We have totally different thinking patterns, how we wear our clothes, what we eat, the people we hang out with. That's to be holy means to be set apart, set aside, separate. That's what it also means to be consecrated, or you know what I'm saying, or sanctified. Consecrated is like set aside as something sacred for a different use. Not that's not something that's not against the norm. You know what I'm saying? So to speak. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's personified and projected as, oh, it means hallelujah, scream hallelujah, go to church with this suit on. No, nigga, that slaves go to church. Okay, slaves go to church. Warriors assemble. Kingship, royalty assembles. They gather together. We break bread. Okay, we do those Last Supper type stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what royalty does. But slaves go to church. Slaves go to school. Slaves go to jobs. Royalty create opportunities for us to remain in shalom, in peace, and still make an income and an outcome off of that. You know what I'm saying? To provide for our own using our skills and our abilities and the knowledge and the wisdom that we've gained through encounters and experiences over time. You know what I'm saying? That's what royalty does. Royalty knows communion. Royalty knows union. Speak, Holy Spirit. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Royalty knows life and what produces life and more life abundantly. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all said, I come to give you life and life more abundantly. You know what I'm saying? There's no abundance in being on somebody else's time doing some stuff that you don't even like doing in the first place. And they had a problem with me because I'm not working the way that you work. Because it's not how you, I'm not doing it how you want me to do it. You don't control me. You didn't create me. You don't get to tell me what I can and cannot do. If it's not producing wisdom that leads me back to the truth of who he is in me as well. It's the Yah in me. You did? And you're going to respect that whether you want to or not. You don't get to disrespect him in my presence and feel like we're going to be friends. Hell no. That's not what we're doing. That's not an option. And I'm going to tell you flat out, I worship Yah and I love Yah. And you don't like that, bye. There's a door. You ain't got to hear me. You ain't got to stay. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be around me. That's on you. You too will learn the truth. The easy way, semi-easy way, medium way, or the hard way, or the extra hard way. I'm just saying. It's going to come at you regardless, coming for you. Yah's coming for you regardless. Period. And you're going to know the difference that he is among all the gods, so to speak. He is the one true living one. Never changed his character for anyone. Never changed up his name, you know what I'm saying, or respected anyone above the next. Because you better be careful about how you approach people, because you might find yourself in their type of situation, but worse than what they went through, just so you can get a clarity and understanding of who he is, for one, and he gonna put you in your place for two. And then you're going to know who you talking to and who you talked about and how you shouldn't be doing that anymore. Because if you don't get through it the first time, you're going to go into it again at some other time. If you don't get that second time, you're going to go into it again a third time. You're going to keep going into it either until it destroys you or until you learn something. And that's life, bro. That's life is the greatest teacher. This is the greatest school we could ever go to. The greatest university, so to speak. Them colleges don't teach you nothing but to be better at being a slave. Generations of slaves. Then you think you're intelligent. No, nigga. You still a nigga. Nigga. Period. You know what I'm saying? It make more generations of niggas. But these same niggas don't realize that even niggas was a king. Niggus. This was a king. King niggas. Research him. You know what I'm saying? So it's the Nigerians who you call niggers in a fallacy, in an ignorant way, through your foolish pride. That's us. You know what I'm saying? Recognize where you picked some of our ancestors up from, you know what I'm saying, as slaves and brought over to different places too. These were slave owners and human traffickers, man. The Phoenician slave trade, which is all European peoples. The transatlantic slave trade, European people and Africans, peoples and Arabs of the Arab slave trade and the conquest and all that weird shit. You know what I'm saying? They were slaughtering nations of people, bro. They intermingled the tribes because, you know what I'm saying, there's a bloodline thing, a royalty thing, because you get assets off of that. You know what I'm saying? You know that the Queen of Welsh right now owns like 30%, if not 50% of the land, so to speak, over here. Just over here alone. These niggas own millions of they like nigga, you're buying up the land that you stole, you pirated, and you shed blood of innocent just to be greedy. Y'all niggas, y'all will execute you. And he is going to do it if you don't change or willing to learn different and change. That's what repentance means. It's a change of mindset. It's a change of heart, change of thinking. It's going to do differently, working differently, moving differently. Come on, man. That's what it means. These churches aren't designed to teach you. That's why the niggas don't teach. That's why give me your money every Sunday. The tithes and offerings, plate that goes around, the envelopes go around like 3-4 times during the sermon. That's robbery, dude. They banking off you. You give what y'all tell you to give, whether it's money, you do what he tell you to do. Or sometimes I put on your heart just to do it, you know what I'm saying, without putting a number to you. Or but the tithing is the fruit, the fruit of your ground and of your, you know what I'm saying? It's food, man. Bring all the tithes and the offerings in the store, into my storehouse, so that there will be food for my people. The seed of your ground, you know what I'm saying, the first of your flock, which is, come on, bro. Y'all keep saying it's just this dollar bill, y'all. No, no, we're not doing that. We're not going there. This is what we're not doing. We're not gonna do that. Nope. Stop lying on Jesus. You lying on Jesus, trying to praise Jesus. You ain't worth. You don't even know him. You lying on him. Then you telling people they're gonna be cursed if they don't do it. If they don't give you their money, you will. I'm gonna tell you like this. My ancestors, man. My ancestors are prophets and kings. Prophets and kings and priests and priestesses. I am literally of royal blood, real shit. Um, they would have killed you back then. In some places in the earth, they would still kill you for stuff like that. They would hang you or cut your head off, or they would burn you and literally label you as a witch for stuff like that. They would excommunicate you from the whole tribe of people, and they would treat you as if you had leprosy or something like that. Nobody used to deal with you. Treat them like a vagabond, but they can't come here. They're not part of us. And they will literally tell other tribes, like, they try to bring you back or whatever. We don't know them. They will literally treat you as a beast of burden. So if you really knew what the Bible represented to our people, you would, like, they didn't waste no time, man. There's a reason why King David became a war king. Same thing with Joshua. Same thing with Caleb. Same thing with Moses. Same thing with Joseph. Joseph was a commander over Pharaoh's armies too. Over all of Egypt, man, economically. What do you mean? That we in a royal bloodline, we in a royal seed, bro. We're the seed of the Most High, who he has chosen out of all the families of the earth, and anyone who believes in him becomes engrafted in like adoption. You dig? So there's a lot of people teaching something that they don't even know what they're talking about. And they won't read these type of scriptures in the church neither. It's all about prosperity. Y'all niggas ain't prospering, bro. These people ain't getting healed. So how the fuck you prospering? Prospering is good health too. He promised to restore your youth. Seek ye first the kingdom of Yahuwah and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. Delight yourself in Yahuwah, and he'll give you the desires of your heart. He'll restore your youth as like the eagles. That's why I look young. I'm 32 years old. But I find value and virtue in this, man. It is life-giving. That's why I don't smoke cigarettes and all the extra shit, drinking and stuff and popping pills and drinking lean, doing Xanax and all the narcos and Tylenol numbers and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? And all the Skittles that they call, you know what I'm saying? The happy pills and all that weird shit and bath salt. That's why I don't do that stuff no more, man. And here's a news flash for you. I was reading the Bible when I was doing all that stuff. I was still talking to Yah in different areas and praying and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I was in filth, man. So don't ever feel like you can't come to Yah in that type of state of being, bro. That's what you're in a state of brokenness. He wants you to come to him so he can help heal you. That's the whole purpose of a physician, man. To help nurture you back to health and life. Life is wealth, bro. That's real wealth. That's why they cut all the trees and stuff down and all, you know what I'm saying, mine to the earth and all the type of stuff, because that's real wealth. That's the only thing in their law system that's recognized as equity, true wealth. You want to talk about real estate? You are prime real estate. That's why when your body is not in a good condition of thinking or healing or anything else, you become as just an item. You are prime. prime real estate. Yah himself has says he does not desire to abide or dwell in houses made with men's hands or built with men's hands. We are the temple of him, where his spirit abides in us. He said, I will write my law upon their heart. I will abide in them and among them. Him coming around, you know what I'm saying, at that time in the flesh was among us. And he gonna come again. He coming again. But right now it's by spirit pouring himself into us. Again, into us. Most people don't realize there's a famine of the word of Yah. There's a famine. It's a lack of the truth. People don't know where to go because all these people claiming to know the name of Jesus is manipulating people. Buying private jets. Nigga, why we can't get a private? Can we get a ride? Some of us ain't got passports. Can we get a ride? Some of us ain't got, you know what I'm saying, all that type of money to be paying, all that type of, can we get a ride? You gonna give us a free ride? No, they're not gonna do that. These super mega churches, do you know that these super mega churches make $1,000 off of each member in the name of a 501c3? You know why it's a 501c3? Because the government, the fake government, they own that. So they control it. That's why you hear the same songs for like 20 years. Dun, 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 dun. That's why people ain't able to use their gifts there. Who you were, you can come, you can eat, you can get some healing. You want to get some deliverance? There's a lot of demonically possessed people. You wonder why they have certain things going on with their mindset and mental health in their body. The pills ain't gonna do shit for that. All it does is cause it to go more dormant. It how you say it? That's the word that's coming. It buries it. You know what I'm saying it's like it suppresses. Thank you, yeah. It suppresses that stuff. It never deals with the situation. I know they put me on 5,000 milligrams of psychotropic medications for 14 years for a problem that they told me. The judge told me he said his mentality is not that of a mental disability. 14 years waking up in pools of my own blood because I had bloody noses that just wouldn't stop. You know what I'm saying? Of being tormented mentally, going through bad nightmares and stuff like that, trying to kill myself multiple times. And you tell me since you owe me $2.5 million in back pay, you deny me 5 times Social Security benefits in Colorado, 2 times in Detroit. But the last time, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, you mean to tell me you're not gonna give me nothing? Then mind you, every time I pay taxes, I got nothing back. And they owe me over $30,000 in taxes alone. If you add the stimulus checks, that's over $40,000, bro. 2.5 million plus $40,000. Get the fuck out of here. I pay taxes every day, every time I buy something. I ain't paying y'all niggas shit, period. And I don't have to because the IRS system is an unaudited system. It's highway robbery. It's not even part of the United States as far as AmeriCorps. It's to fund foreign relations policies and treaties where they pay off their debts to other people, but they're using you, and that's why the job system works and exists, because you're supposed to be paying off their debt that they owe to these other nations, and which is one reason why China and Russia, and again, people are going to war and they hate America because America goes over there and pirates and robs and breaks their promises to people, their agreements, after they destroy their lands, reap them of the resources, and put them in poverty. That's why they hate AmeriCorporation, because AmeriCorporation is a banking system of the British nation, the Romans and the Greeks. America as a country does not exist. It's never existed. That's in their paperwork, in their words, with their signatures on it, in their books. Look up USA Inc., AmeriCorporation. Your birth certificate and social security card are banking receipts. Straw man illusion, dead man out of water. You represent a legal fiction, a dead man. You're not looked at as a human. You're looked at as an item. The book of Revelation 12 through 17, all the way up to 22, talks about this. The system of Babylon, selling the souls of men, merchandise, and all the merchants of the sea and all that type of stuff. This Andrew, John, and James, they were merchants, they were fishermen. You don't think that this stuff been going on for generations, man? They just gave it different names over time. All this stuff that they recall in the stores, they putting it back out again in a different name, in a different box, in a different color or a different shade. It's the same stuff though. Do you know that they sell human meat in stores too? Do you know what meat glue is? But you want to sit there and ridicule the next person, and you don't know nothing about that though. Well, I don't want to know nothing about it. So then shut the fuck up talking then. Bye, get out my face. You know what I'm saying? You're too lazy to do the work, but you want to sit there and talk crap. Yeah, that's intelligent. Not at all. Clearly, it's not intelligent. You know what I'm saying? And you get mad at the next person because, oh, they're telling the truth and they're exposing all the lies and it's costing us money. Good. It's going to cost you more money. It's going to cost you everything you got because you reap what you sow. Doing to them as you want them to do unto you. You ain't think about that when you did that to other people and their babies. These pregnant women that lost their children and stuff like that had miscarriages because you're sitting there raping them or giving them drugs and doing all this shit, causing all this extra stress and having to walk for over 50 miles and stuff like that to the point where your feet is bleeding. Look up the Trail of Tears. Look up Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's the same thing that they did to Nipsey Hussle and them and Dr. Sabi. They killed them. They killed them. They murdered them. They set them up. These people, these types of people, they will sit there and empower people in the hood, bribe them with some money because they know that's what they want anyway, to go kill somebody. And then they'll pin the murder on them and then take back that money and everything else they have. That's how these people work, man. They are truly masters at doing stuff like that. That's what they do. That's what they what they call it, communists. That's what they do, man. American Corporation, believe it or not, is a communist incorporation. It's a communist company. That's what it is. Do you know what Big Pharma is and what Big Pharma does and has done? Do you know the blood on their hands? Do you know what Walt Disney has done? What Walt Disney does? Do you know the blood on Walt Disney's hands? Do you know that Walt Disney used to own they own their own porn industry? Do you know what porn does to people? Do you know that addictions to porn can lead to bestiality and pedophilia? Oh, it's levels to that shit. It's levels to that. It is levels to that. I'm not playing with you. That stuff will lead you to some weird shit if you don't get help. I've watched it happen to people. You're gonna tell me I gotta deny what I know happened, what I've seen happen to people, and stuff that happened to me because you don't believe it? Oh well. I'm not about to deny what I know is true. And I know that I know that I know it's true. Like my children, for example. My children sometimes, because children do the darndest things, because we used to do the same things, and some of us still do it, but even worse, like, why are you still doing that? You know what I'm saying? There has to be a level of maturity. There has to be some type of evidence of growth. You know what I'm saying? And change. Otherwise, like, you're only going to get worse and worse and worse until it's like you destroy yourself or you get destroyed. Everything that you have was you did all that for nothing. How many years did you waste? I'm just saying. There's a lot of people, a lot more people that will. If the last house arrest situation didn't speak to you, then this next one, oh, it's definitely gonna get your attention because you're gonna be sitting longer, way longer, and some of y'all are gonna be sitting in the dark. So you definitely gonna have some time to think about it. We gonna do a prayer about it. You know what I'm saying? But the man, you better get around people who know what's going on. Then people you thought that was crazy, all those conspiracy theories. It was a conspiracy, the act to conspire against us, to do evil with intention to do harm, sabotage, to destroy, to enslave, to rape, to murder, to slander, to make fun of, to boast yourself against. It was a conspiracy. It's no longer a conspiracy. It's no longer just a conspiracy theory, the act or the thought to conspire. No, they've been doing it for decades, for generations. This stuff didn't just happen overnight. Pop outside, here we are. No, there's so much stuff that people don't know. It's things that I don't. There's some things that I want to talk about that I can't tell nobody. It's my song. There's some things that I want to talk about that I can't tell nobody. No, no. For real though, because who could know it anyway? Who could receive it? Who would be able to have the capacity and the attention span? Some people got the attention span of a hamster in a cartoon when he thinks about something and he sees a picture of a mouse and a wheel in his thoughts. That's even got no attention span. You can't you ready to kill somebody over your phone. You don't even know what this thing was built for, what its purpose is, and how it's being used against you. And you about ready to take somebody else's life, flesh and blood, for something like that. That you're gonna buy like probably 50 of them monks anyway within a couple years, 10 years or so, or more. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. This ain't worth taking somebody's life. Pretty soon the light's gonna be out anyway, they ain't gonna work. So then what you gonna do? Just realize that you spent a lot of money on shit that you didn't need in the first place? You could have been using it for something better, obviously, when that moment hits, right? Because that you gonna get that moment's gonna come. You definitely gonna be sitting there thinking about that. Some of y'all already have been doing that and still doing it. Some of y'all have willingly walked away from a lot of this stuff, and good for you, for real, for real. That's dope, and that's real faith. You know what I'm saying? My family and I, meaning my children and I, and my other family members that Yah has given to us, and what He says is family. Um, we've all experienced that multiple different times over in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Different seasons, and it's the absolute truth, man. Like we think we need these things, man. We want it, but we don't need it. We don't need it because oftentimes what we want, you know what I'm saying, it can destroy us, man, if given the opportunities to do so by the wrong mindsets. And that's what it's been doing. Watch this smart grid system totally ruin people's lives, man. This corporation is becoming like China. Nazis have been running this mug. Ashkenazis. They've been running this mug. They just changed their colors, changed their names, changed their looks, changed how they do things a little bit, changed up a little bit of their language. Still the same. They ain't changed. They know they here. And they laugh at us because like they to us, to them it's like we stupid. We just ain't nothing but useless beasts of burden, eating too much, taking up it's the earth and the waters surrounding the earth, and that the earth is placed in partially as well in areas. But they know, man. They been know. It's nothing new that people sitting there talking about it more freely now because they're no longer afraid, man. They know that, which is one war because they want to finish their plan, and their plan is extinction of everything else that's not them, but just keep enough slaves to rebuild everything again at one point. So they they breed generations of slaves of multiple kinds and influence them through entertainment. And that's where they push their sorceries, the sorceries and witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? Sorceries and witchcraft and lies and confusion and doubt and fear. Y'all have mercy. But it's real life. And If people don't like it, oh well, don't let them. You know what I'm saying, let them not like it. I mean, that's a personal choice. They got that right, but don't be around them. Leave them be. That's the best that I can say on that part. Leave them be. It's not easy all the time. It's a process, and we all, you know what I'm saying, it takes time. It really do. But you can do it. Long story short, you can do it. I'm about to get off this video because I'm sleepy and it's 2:20. I'm gonna go to sleep. Okay, buddy? Shalom. Shabbat shalom. I plead the blood of Yahusha over you, all who hear and see this video, over our devices, over this video. Y'all please send it out to reach those who you purpose it to to reach. Let your will be done and reach through and pierce through all evil things and wicked things and make all things new, Father God, and draw them closer to you and in you totally and seal them. And seal this prayer, Father God. Fight against those who fight against us as you be an adversary to our adversaries. Remove all the witchcraft and lies and confusion, perversions, doorways to witchcraft and witches, windows, opportunities, cracks and crevices, um, men, women, and children, connections and soul ties, and familiarities of reaching them in us or in any way, shape, or form that's not of you, Father God, and with you. I reject and I rebuke all things that have been disrespectful to your name, and behind the walls and behind in secret sitting there talking about us or talking evil and the rituals that they do. I ask Father God, expose them to the root, not the root, expose them, remove them, pluck them out, cast them down, and let them know that you love us. Let them know that you are true and you are real. That let your presence be known, Father God. All the wicked are decimated, desolated, incinerated, annihilated, eradicated, ruined, exposed, dried up, removed, cast out, bound, muzzled, deaf, dumb, blind. Be it unto us according to your will, Father God. The wicked have no peace. The wicked have no peace. So let them receive no peace, but let them not be able to sit there and gossip or slander or cause trouble or instigate trouble and provoke trouble. And help us not to respond to that foolishness. Let's have a good day today, Father God. Everyone, please touch every man, woman, and child in your blood. Not ask, Father God, that you make all things plain and clear for us to know and interpret and keep us and protect us from all hurt, harm, and danger. Um, I decree and declare it sealed at the time of thought, and loosed and released in the heavens and the earth, all spaces and places and dreams, unconsciously, subconsciously, and consciously. And I love you, Father God. Met Baruch Hashem, and I love my people. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Yes, yeah.